Grace and peace and spoiler alert. My name is Ryan. I'm the movie pastor. I love to watch movies and think theologically about what they have to say. I watch them with my movie pass, and I'm a pastor. I serve as the pastor of College Park Presbyterian Church here in Orlando, Florida. Star Wars was sold out opening night, so I went to see Jumanji with my wife. The sequel to the remake of Jumanji. I thought it was really good. It was funny. I enjoyed it. I really liked the first one. I liked the second one too. But what does it have to say to us? What's it about? Well, Jumanji is a movie about spiritual gifts. It's a movie about different people who have different abilities and the way in which every one of our abilities is unique and special and important in its own way. When we enter Jumanji, we play characters, and they're like the characters in a video game in that they have stat boxes, and on the stat boxes are listed, here's your strengths and here are your weaknesses. Here's what your character is good and bad at. And if you want to beat the game, you need all of the characters and you need them all to work together because their strengths and weaknesses are necessary to accomplish the mission. It's interesting that over the course of Jumanji, we learn that the real characters, which are of course just as fictional, but the kids that enter the video game are also like that. They each have their own strengths and their own weaknesses, and just like the characters in the video games, which they inhabit and which they are mismatched with, they bring something to the table. Even, and in fact, especially the awkward and weak ones have something to offer. Even Bethany, who seems dumb, has something to offer that Spencer and Martha do not. And so if we want to save the day, we need everybody, and we need them bringing their A game. Jumanji 2 takes this narrative and says, okay, boomer. What about old people? What about people who don't seem to be functioning very well at all? I mean, we took the physical element out of the equation, right? We took all right, well, their ears and their bodies don't work as well. They don't physically move as fast, and we put them in different bodies, but still we're going to make you laugh, and we're going to make you feel the sense of annoyance from a particular set of people who don't seem to listen, don't seem to get it, through a particular characterization and representation of the older generation. And how does that work in an environment where all of us have our own special gifts and all of us have our own special weaknesses, and all of those things are equally legitimate and equally important? This is deeply, deeply spiritual stuff. I mean, of course, it's a shame that we don't talk about how deep this concept is more in the Christian church, but it's a familiar concept that everybody has different gifts and we're all parts of one body. And so some people are gifted to be the hand and some people are gifted to be the foot. And to have a good body, you need both hands and feet. You can't just have everybody being the hand all the time. Or everybody idolizing the hand and the ears trying to hand and not earring. They have to ear. Well, what do the old people have to offer in this equation? What are their particular gifts and strengths? And we see a sense of loyalty. We see a depth of friendship, and we see a uniqueness behind the attributes of old within the characters of Milo and Eddie, such that at the end of the day, without Milo and Eddie added to our roster of characters, we still wouldn't be able to save the day. Granted, it's not that everything is equal. It's not that everyone is equally helpful. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson still saves the day and looks the best doing it, but everybody is pivotal. And so if you want to win, it doesn't matter who's doing more. What matters is that we're all together, and who is reconciling the relationships, who is saying I'm sorry, who is doing the hard work of coming to the table and bringing others to the table to make sure that we can all be here on the mission together, because that's how we win, is getting us all on the mission together. That's a pretty cool message out of a pretty silly movie. I quite enjoyed it. I want to see more movies like that come into theaters. What do you think? I'd love to hear more in the comments, and I would love for you, even more than liking and subscribing, although certainly you can do those, I'd love to see you share this video. And let me know if you want me to reflect on some more videos. I'd like to talk about those too. Thanks. Bye.
And when in scenes of glory I sing the new song, 'twill be